She wanted a trip to the coast. I wanted closure. It was her idea, of course, a quiet weekend getaway to reconnect, she said. The same beach where we'd spent our honeymoon years ago, when love still felt like a shared language. She booked everything herself, the suite, the dinner, even the champagne I'd stopped drinking after my father died. I let her, because by then, I already knew the truth. 6 months earlier, she'd started smiling at her phone again. Not the soft kind of smile that comes from an old memory, but the sudden, nervous kind people wear when they're trying to hide happiness. At first, I thought I was imagining things. Long work calls, secretive texts, muted notifications. I told myself to trust her. Then came the gym membership, the late-night showers, the new lingerie, and the way she said my name like it was part of a lie. It wasn't the cheating that broke me. It was the rehearsed kindness that came with it. The way she'd kiss my cheek before leaving, whispering, "Love you," with a tongue that had already forgotten my taste. I didn't confront her. Not then. Instead, I watched. I learned her patterns, the hotel receipts tucked behind grocery lists, the second phone she thought I didn't notice, the perfume she'd only wear on Thursdays. I traced her steps not through suspicion, but certainty. And one night, when she came home smelling like cologne that wasn't mine, I stopped being her husband. I became her shadow. I found him. Daniel. My business partner. The man who toasted our wedding anniversary last year, saying I was the luckiest man alive. He was good at pretending, they both were. For weeks, I gathered everything. Texts, photos, receipts. I even hacked the security camera from the office parking lot. She thought I was sleeping early those nights. I was building a story, one they could never deny. So when she suggested the anniversary trip, I agreed. Perfect timing, I thought. The first night was quiet. She laughed too much, touched my hand too often, the kind of overacting guilt teaches you. At dinner, she looked radiant, like guilt made her glow. "You seem happy," I said. She smiled. I want to start fresh." "Fresh," I repeated. "I like that." The next morning, I told her I had a surprise planned. I rented a small boat, said we'd sail to a private cove. She loved the idea. Of course she did. She packed her favorite white dress, the one I bought her years ago, back when things still felt true. When we were far enough from shore, I gave her the envelope. She laughed at first, thinking it was a love letter. But when she opened it, the color drained from her face. Inside were photographs, her car parked outside Daniel's apartment, screenshots of their texts, and a copy of the message he sent her the night before, "He'll never find out." She tried to speak, but I cut her off. "Don't lie," I said. My voice was calm. Too calm. "You're bad at it." Tears came, fast, desperate. It was a mistake. I leaned back, watching the horizon. No. It was a choice. She reached for me, but I stepped away. "Why now?" she whispered. I looked at her, the woman I once built my world around. "Because today's our anniversary," I said. And I thought it was time we both remembered what promises mean. She sobbed, tried to explain, to rewrite the past in real time. I didn't argue. I'd already deleted her access to the accounts, transferred the house to my name, changed the passwords. I wasn't angry anymore. Just empty. When we reached shore, I handed her the divorce papers. "They're already signed," I said quietly. "All that's left is your signature. The lawyer's waiting back in the city." She didn't say a word. Just stood there, barefoot in the sand, mascara dripping into the sea breeze. I turned, walked to the car, and drove off without looking back. Halfway home, the radio played our wedding song. I turned it off. Silence felt cleaner. People think revenge needs chaos, shouting, tears, maybe even violence. They're wrong. The quiet kind cuts deeper. I didn't destroy her life. I just showed her the truth she'd buried under lipstick and lies. That night, I slept better than I had in years. The bed was cold, but peaceful. And for the first time since she stopped loving me, I didn't dream of her. I dreamed of the ocean, still, endless, and mercifully silent.